Welcome to today's deep dive. Um, Usually when you walk into a massive sports bar on a Sunday, right, there's this expectation of like seamless magic.
Oh, yeah, totally. You look up and there are, what, 16 different games playing on 32 different screens simultaneously?
Exactly. You just point your eyes at the wall, find your team, sit back and, order wings. But if you step into the back room, that wireless illusion shatters against a heavy-duty wall of 16-gauge steel.
Right. It's an intensely complex physical landscape back there, which is why today we're exploring an incredibly detailed catalog page from HD TV Supply.
Yeah, the mission here is to uncover the exact hidden heavy-duty hardware that quietly powers those multi-screen venues you visit every day. Because making it look effortless actually requires a mountain of meticulously organized metal and silicon. So, okay, let's unpack this, starting with the literal foundation. We have the Intelix DIN rack kit, the F model, which is a standard 19-inch rack plate.
Yeah, and it's made of 16-gauge black powder-coated steel. It measures 19 by 10 by 1.75 inches and takes up 3U of rack height.
Right, and for anyone who doesn't stare at server racks all day, a U is just a standard unit of vertical space, so about 1.75 inches. But this plate is, oh, well, it's like the foundation of a skyscraper.
Oh, absolutely.
It sounds mundane, but without this rigid steel skeleton, the entire AV setup just devolves into a catastrophic, unmanageable spaghetti web of wires.
Yeah, it has one very specific job, which is mounting up to 52 small Intelix balloons, or 26 large ones.
Wait, why on earth would anyone need to manage 52 individual signal balloons in one rack?
Well, it comes down to the sheer massive volume of video signals being processed by the system's brain. Because, standard HDMI cables are great for the living room, but they start dropping video data after about 50 feet.
Ah, right.
So if you're trying to push a live 4K game from a back closet to a screen 300 feet away, an HDMI cable is completely useless. A balloon physically translates that heavy video data into a format that can actually survive the long trip over standard ST-T6 Ethernet cables.
Oh, wow. So this steel plate is just wrangling 52 of these translation devices so you don't end up with a disaster. But, I mean, all those incoming HT6 cables are useless unless something is telling them where to go.
Exactly. And that is where the Wolfpack fixed HDMI matrix switchers step in. They are the actual brains of the operation. Unlike a basic splitter, which just sends one source to many screens, a matrix switcher routes literally any input to any output independently.
Right, it's like a massive rail yard. The live games are the incoming trains, the TVs are the destinations, and the switcher is the operator flipping the tracks in real time so nothing collides.
That's a great way to put it. And doing that without latency takes serious processing power. You can have TV4 showing a satellite feed, while TV12 pulls a streaming device completely
Oh, wow.
independently. Yeah, these Wolfpack models range from a compact 4x2 setup all the way to a massive 16x32 configuration, transmitting those signals up to 450 feet over that CT6 cabling.
Here's where it gets really interesting. But wait, if you're a commercial venue, why lock yourself into a fixed switcher, like an 8x8, instead of buying a modular one that can swap cards and grow to 160 by 160?
What's fascinating here is the tactical trade-off. Fixed units are completely plug-and-play and highly cost-effective for static environments.
Okay, so if a sports bar has 8 screens and isn't knocking down a load-bearing wall anytime soon, spending extra on modular makes no sense.
Exactly. Modular chassis are for venues that constantly expand, like massive convention centers or casinos. For a local bar, spending thousands extra on a modular frame is just terrible business.
You buy for the space you have, not the stadium you don't.
Precisely.
So next time you are sitting in a restaurant watching 5 different live streams at once, I guarantee you will picture the 16-gauge steel rack plates and matrix switchers working flawlessly in a hot closet somewhere in the back room.
It really shatters the illusion of the wireless world we think we live in, right? Everything floating through the air eventually hits a hard piece of routing hardware.
It completely does. Which leaves us with this final thought. If it takes this much heavy-duty, meticulously organized physical hardware just to route sports broadcasts in a single building, what does the true physical footprint of our entire supposedly wireless digital lives actually look like hidden behind the walls?
That is a wild thought to leave on.
Something for you to ponder.
Yeah.
Catch you next time.